could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 20. Call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buddy up! Check back! Watch it, he's out of time.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson now, going to throw again. He's got it to Ingram, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Again, Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Army, you already go.
4th down, here's Jackson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 6-yard line.
All day, dog.
Following the interception, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Okay, every now and then my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got Snead. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. He juked him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Gun.
1st and 10 at the 33.
A toss to Cook, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Good route here.
3rd and long for Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 72 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First down, here's the run with Cook. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd and inches, Cousins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
You can't block me. You can't. Hey, foxtrot.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for a vertical. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Cousins the thrower. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
After the interception, here's Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Wormley in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Chris Wormley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score as the Ravens push further out in front.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Cousins. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Throwing on second and long. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Single receiver. Jim.
Here's Jackson on third and long. And an alley to run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson buying time to his left. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Here's Jackson to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Throwing, Cousins, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins open here, Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 61 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Throwing on second and long. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on third and long. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Ravens push further out in front. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On first and 10, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Blue.
Now Cousins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Check, 48's the mic. All day, baby, all day, all day, baby. 40
on third down, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Hey, Wahoo! You draw Corker. Switch. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, no, easy. Hey, exit.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 right at the 40. Again, it's Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Cook. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a third and long. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
50 seconds to Mike.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Sponge. Let's go. Get set.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. It's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with now it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Watch the run.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Watch out.
Now it's Jackson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 40.
From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the two-point conversion.
It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Hey, got tight left.
21.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
Hey, gun.
at the 24-yard line.
On second down, a run with Breida. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Beckham. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield. And an alley to run. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 29 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Mayfield down. And And he rifles one incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Come on.
Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hey, alert 33. Real.
On third down, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
I got you.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Hey, gun.
Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hand.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Mayfield to throw it. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Landry, the intended target.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Check 3.
At the 8-yard line.
I got you.
That's me.
Hey, gun.
56 is the mic. Hey, defense.
I got you.
They run with Breida. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Hey, gun. 65.
56.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
12, fellas, here we go.
At the 20-yard line.
On first down, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest four. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number one game because the number one seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the number one seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Here comes the 49ers punter now. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Mayfield looks to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And again, it's Mayfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Good. 180. 54. Watch the pass. Regular. Hurry. Run. Big time.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee. And they'll start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, let's go.
Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. On 1st down, here's Breida. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Here we go.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Breida. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Hey, gun.
6-yard line.
Now it's Breida. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got you. Check 26, check 26. Check 52. Wall. 11. Show it.
Here's Breida. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Here we go, here we go. 28!
Wilson on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up
13.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL,
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 81 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Browns 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we
San
go.
Francisco
28!
offense ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on the
best.
gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Check, 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 check. Check.
12. Stay hot!
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. This is Breida. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Leads to third down and 14.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
It's going to be a long day.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
That's it,
The
baby.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, on 133.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku.
We play to win. Let's go.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Come get some. Come on, come get some. Well. 54.
Back to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Go.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every